What?
The Ryan Harris SnoWest magazine. This is the SnoWest show. Andreas Bergmark is over here from Sweden. So you've been here for what, a couple weeks?
I've been a couple of weeks here, up in BC, but right now we're down in. I don't even sure where are we?
We're above Park City, up in Camas, Utah. But so the snow is terrible. Like we just haven't had very much snow.
Yeah,
but
we have the first day here, and the weather is not the best, obviously. But I guess we can still talk about the shredder I'm riding.
Well, I'm curious, about the shredder. Like, what do you think about the shredder and the turbo? Like, that's all new to you?
It is.
But you got. I can't get over that thing. Like, you got to show me what.
Well,
your little
there is like a few things I do before I go out riding. I've been on this thing like 20 days now, I think, this year, and maybe more even. I have like 900k or something.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good. Like, I'm super happy. I'm not doing much to the sled. It's like the small things. One special feature we do use, like, just because we go upside down some days. We have the grip plate here on the tunnel, but we also have like a small hook that we have here. That's like, in case your foot is like sliding off, you can hook it under here just like this and grab the sled. So that's a good feature, like kind of special. It's not optimal for normal riders, but it's kind of nice when you just jump to, and yeah.
So this is like when you're just sending it and doing the.
Yeah, actually, you do the whips upside down, and like those situations when you can like fall off the sled, and it's not something you want.
So is that something you guys came up with? Who's running that?
I guess me and Albin Johansson, like a friend of mine in Pontus, we just like had that idea. I'm not sure where we got it, but we had different solution over there. Other than that, I usually use a lower riser on my sled from the stock one. I find it easier both for jumping, like you get more a racing position, and when you climb like really steep hills, it's easier to go forward and actually like you get the handlebar to your chest, so you get the weight in front, so that's good.
So what about your bar rotation, your throttle and brake? Like your brake is low. Like that's like
I actually have it special there. Like I have a bar pad. That's good to have. Like I have people that have eaten handlebar for dinner. It's not nice, so it's recommended for sure. The brake, I actually put it very far in on the handlebar and quite far down. So when I'm holding the bar, I only have one finger on here all the time, and that's all I need.
And why do you have it rotated down so far?
I don't know. It's just how I ride. Like usually you're quite aggressive, and I find it good up here. And I also have the throttle quite high up. Like some people have it down here, but I can find it hard to pull it into the bar sometimes. So I have it quite high. I can almost gas with like the inside, actually. Other than that, I have my skis, the blade ski. I use them in the center of the spindle usually. That's how I prefer it. It's like the most stable. My toe out, like on the skis, is usually quite, I think it's like around 2 centimeters on the top.
Oh, really?
Yeah, quite a lot, like, or 1.5 at the top, like it's. But
so why do you run so much toe out?
Well, I find it just be more stable. So I don't really have a downside to going wide with it. So.
Alright, so what about Radian 2 versus the 2022 version? Like.
Well, except for the turbo, which is like, yeah, Ken is here messing with us, which is like the obvious like big upgrade when you're running higher elevation. You also have like a much more narrow chassis. Like the footsteps are much slim, the panels are more slim, and that's like, it's a huge difference when you go like the tree riding in like steep hills, it's really good.
Talk about why the Lynx is built for your home, like where you ride. What it's different than anything else out there.
Well, the RE especially, like compared to the DS, like the big difference between the two is like the suspension. The DS is lighter and it's softer, so it's made for those really deep days. For my riding, of course, the RE is obvious, the best choice. You get 4 quite heavy duty shocks, so they are like really good both on the trail and for quite heavy jumping. Like I go through 80% of the year on like the stock shocks. It's only like in the late spring when the snow gets really hard I either revolve or put on like the race shock from Lynx. So they are like, they work really good. Like I'm super happy to have those on. Other than that, like we don't really do much to the sled because it's so good for my riding out of the box.